This is Otter, Phil Smith with Otter,
Okay,
February
so I'm
2nd.
just gonna tell you what a balanced foot is, so that you'll just know, for your own, general knowledge, what a balanced foot actually is. Balance is determined from locating the widest part of the foot, first and foremost, is you need to know where the widest part of the foot is. And that's located by finding the true apex of the frog, which is here. Back from that, on this size of foot, about 3/4 of an inch, we make a mark. We follow the bar to its termination point in the commissure, here and here. And then we mark the physical widest part of the foot by looking over the edge. If we look here, it would appear to be up here, but that's not true because this is distortion. This is a very badly distorted foot. Distortion has not been kept under control on this foot in a very long time. Okay, so we mark the physical widest part of the foot here and here. Okay, when we see these 3 points, all 3 of them line up in a perfect straight line. This is the center of articulation. This is where the coffin bone and the short pastern articulate. It's where the foot articulates. Okay. So the widest part of the foot. From that point, we should have an equal or more foot behind than we have in front. And we have just the opposite. We have a very short distance behind, and we'll actually measure that. Distance behind is not even 1 3/4 inches on both sides. It's just shy of 1 3/4 inches.
What should it be?
Depends on the size of the foot.
Okay.
Okay. The distance to the point of breakover is 3 inches.
Ah.
It's almost double. And when the shoe was put on, when it was originally put on, it was double. Because this shoe has breakover built into it back here, because this horse has wore it out. He's trying desperately to get rid of some toe. Okay. So, where it should be, we can determine that by finding the physical widest part of the frog. 1/4 of an inch in front of that would be where the heels should be. Okay? And then this distance in front of that would be right where the tip of the coffin bone is.
Mm-hmm.
That can be replicated by physically no response. If I get over that, the horse pulls. Okay?
Okay.
So that definitely tells me that's the tip of the coffin bone. Okay? So 1/4 of an inch in front of that line, right across here, that's where that foot should terminate.
And instead we've got how much?
We
An
have-
inch and a half too much there?
Well, we've got 3/4 of an inch.
3/4, okay.
Okay, so if we make that change, that would make it 2 inches and 2 inches,
As it should be.
as it should be. It
Is
would
that- that's
at
a balanced
It would
foot.
at least make it equal.
Right.
Preferably, we would have more in the back.
Easy, buddy.
But if we can at least get this horse equal, so that he's standing squarely on his foot, instead of standing there like this,
Mm-hmm.
or standing like this.
Okay.
Either way, it doesn't work. You have to stand square over your foot. You
Okay.
have to stand square over the center of articulation. Fortunately, he's a quadruped, and he can compensate.
But he's compensating. And the
If he was not a
abscess.
quadruped, he would not be able to physically stand.
Okay. Now, the abscess has blown through last night's Epsom salts, obviously, it's come through. He needs it to be cleaned and wrapped, but you advise that he have normal turnout. That I just want to get this on film because we did get it on the recording, but for film, the dirt and mud is not a basis for infection.
Right.
That it's better that he be moving and not confined to his stall. Can you explain a little bit why?
A horse's foot functions upon movement. It heals and it grows when it moves. And if a horse is standing, a horse doesn't heal nearly as fast.
And being the mud and the conditions that we have are irrelevant to...
It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Mud does not cause infection.
Okay.
A weak or non-existent immune system causes infection.
Okay.
Boost his immune system, turn him out.
Okay.
He'll heal rapidly.
And we want to soak the foot twice a day
Twice a
and
day.
put
On the
gauze.
second soaking at night, put a clean cotton pad on there, wrap it. The only reason you're putting the cotton pad on there is to see if you are still getting discharge. When you no longer get discharge, you can quit soaking. You want it to start to heal up.
Okay.
Then you can put things like a tincture of iodine, Durasol, things that will harden and keratinize the bottom of the foot.
Okay.
Harden it back up because you're making it, by soaking it, you're making it softer and softer.
Now,
Which is the least thing that we need in this already overly wet environment.
now, when I soak in the morning, do I need to wrap every time?
Nope.
No wrapping. Just only wrapping at night to see if we have continued discharge in the morning.
Just to
Got
see
it.
if you have discharge in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, keep it rolling. I want to show you how not balanced this balanced foot is.
I'm going to zoom in to the foot as you talk. I zoomed in on the other one too, by the way, so they got a...
There, big guy. There we go.
Isn't he a great horse?
He's awesome. He's a really cool horse. I would love to have him in my clientele. He rocks. There's not much balance about that foot.
Yeah, you can see it's off.
It's terribly off. We get this handy dandy little ruler that zeroes in the center.
Yes, look at that.
3/4 of an inch medial, almost 1.5 inches lateral. It's almost double the distance.
Wow.
Inch, just a hair over 1.5 inches medial, just a hair under 2 inches lateral. It's not balanced.
Okay.
This is forcing this horse to stand like that.
Like, here, let me back up. And you show he's forcing the horse to stand like what? Okay.
Not here,
Okay.
square.
Okay.
Okay. We don't want the horse here.
Right.
We don't want the horse here or here,
Okay.
which is what. Zoom in on the back of his legs. See, he just naturally goes there
Yes.
because that shoe's forcing him to go there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at those back feet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there, I zoomed there.
Yeah. It's okay, buddy.
So Phil,
See how wide that? He just naturally goes to this big, wide, toed-out stance.
Yes, I get it. I get it.
so were you to do his hoofs, what would be your approach, and then how long would it take to correct this? How many trimmings do you think?
Mechanically, I can fix it in one shot.
No.
He's just shod incorrectly. He's trimmed and shod incorrectly.
Okay, but to get the hoofs to where they,
To get the hooves balanced and distortion-free, that would take about 6 months.
okay.
Because we had to grow
The new,
that.
yeah,
the-
that's what I'm wondering.
Right.
Okay. All right. Are we done? Okay.
Yeah, unless
Great.
there's
Thank
any
you
more
for
questions.
looking at him. I appreciate it.
Hmm?
And we'll move on to the next horse.